Hi, welcome to my webinar. So today we're going to create 30 days of social media content in under an hour. Are you ready? Come on, I want to let's hear some enthusiasm. All right. So again, I want to say welcome. I'm your host. I'm Anne-Marie Walts. And as we get into this a little further, I'm just going to share some key things about what to expect. I love setting up expectations and actually sharing this tip about how to set up expectations when you're working with a customer in your own business for yourself. Now, I have owned my own business for few decades now, and I'll share that in the upcoming slides. But for today is going to be all about you. So, the first thing I want you to do is to pull out a piece of paper and have a pen or a pencil, and I want you to seriously take some notes and ask questions. Do know that I will follow up with you after the webinar as promptly as possible. So, whatever questions you might have, be sure to put those into the chat. And then the next thing I am asking you to do is to look at your social media differently. So, let's look at it from not your point of view, but from the person that's actually going to be consuming your social media. Are you fun? Are you making it boring? Or maybe is your feed too salesy? Or is it non existent? How about that? And then I want you to ask yourself yes, who are you trying to target? And then we're going to talk about how to learn how to automate your follow up. So, are you ready? Are you really ready? Let's get going. All right. So, next, who am I? Some of you may know me, some of you may follow me, and then maybe you just stumbled across the workshop post and thought, well, you know what? This sounds interesting. Maybe I'll check it out. So I'm just going to give you a really warp speed, hyper speed of what my journey has been as a business owner, entrepreneur. Again, I'm Anne-Marie Waltz. And so my journey started back in 1999 is when I wound up going to work for myself. I didn't want to work for somebody any longer. So that's when right here I started my own salon business. I also then got involved in photography. I was in the dark room in 2001. So combining those two very creative skill sets made it very, very enjoyable along the way. And then I'm going to jump forward to this particular year, 2004. Now, what is so important about 20 years ago? Well, sometimes, have you ever had one of your customers ask you to provide your services in a different way from the way you're offering them today? Has that happened to you before? Well, it happened to me in 2004. Now, when somebody asks you to do something different than the way you offer it, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to make a change or go, no, nope, I don't offer it that way. Just take a hike. Well, in 2004, my customer asked me to, she wished that I had online booking. I didn't have online booking. It was 2004. And I had an appointment book. I was quite happy with that. So I guess where I was for that nanosecond was where I would be called like old school. Does that sound familiar? Well, I want to rock your world today and have you look at AI a little differently. Just because you have a smartphone doesn't mean that you're a digital native, and I want to get you so pumped up about using AI that you're going to have more time to yourself. How's that sound? Okay, so what happened? Well, that changed me right there because I didn't have online booking. And then what happened? The customer, Robin, she left me. I lost money. I lost a customer. But what I decided to do was start doing research back then to see if I could possibly offer online booking. We're talking 2004. Where were you 20 years ago, right? So as my timeline goes, I educated for Redkin all over across the US. So I had to set up workshops for many different types of businesses, different types of salons, and everything from a four-chair salon to a multi-million-dollar business, like say Ulta. So I was sent out there to spread the word about working smarter, not harder. Right? So then in 2004, then what happened was I wound up having this marketing obsession. That's where it started to begin. And that's when from that point on till today, I taught myself SEO, which that means is search engine optimization. What that means in plain language for you as a business owner is that as you continually come to my workshops, you'll learn that it is very much plausible for your business to be more visible in today's digital age and to learn how to possibly even rank your website. And then analytics. So I was always analyzing how to make things better from the customer experience to a website to all that tech stuff. So then in 2008, right here, I started blogging. And what was a blog? Well, it's more common now that we know what a blog is, and that's just simply writing online articles. But you got to think of the timeline. That was the beginning of content creation, and so and as I started writing more and more content, well, I was finding that my website was being able to be more visible. And there was less competition 20 years ago as what you're facing today, and I want to help you make it easier. Okay, so from 2004, online booking, and then between 2008 and 2022, we had the crash of 2008. So if you've been in business for any length of time before then, you already know what a tough time that was. And then there was 2020, COVID, the lockdown. Many businesses have closed since then. And so, what really has empowered me to get really, really, really noisy about education and helping any of you get excited about your own marketing is that marketing is like oxygen. From this webinar and workshop on, I want you to think about every time you breathe in, ready? Marketing. And breathe out, think results. So in marketing, out results, okay? Because those that know how to market, and I can repeat though, those of you that know how to market and take responsibility for your marketing, or at least have the how to, and the reason why I named my brand howtomarketingpro.com a couple years ago is I want so much for any of you that follow me to learn how to be a pro at your own marketing. Because when you hold that power in your own hands for your brand, you don't have to worry about the 2008s, the 220s, the ups, the downs, because you'll know how to use the internet. Okay. So in 2022, I launched my How to Marketing Pro marketing platform. It's an all in one platform that is chock full of tools for whatever problem you might have. All right. I'll mention that later on. But today we're going to focus in on how to automate your social media content, right? So basically, my history started long before automating anything was even popular. I've even gone as far as saying I had self checkout before Walmart did. And you can fact check that because I had to fact check it for myself. All right, so next you're going to see here, this, I like to include this graph in my presentations. This actually comes from my salon, from Google Analytics. They have now migrated to their newer version of the report. But you can see that that says like 2009, 2000, about 2009 to the present day. That's how much effort it's been a long life journey, I guess you could say, as far as the marketing that I have done for my business, my family business, and what I can help you with your business. So, are you ready to get started? All right. So, next, let's look at some numbers. I want you to take some notes. And again, I want to drive home that I want you to start thinking about your social media strategy differently. And if you don't have one today, you're going to start implementing. And today is the day you're going to start having a strategy. My motto is strategize to implement, strategize, automate to dominate. All right, so with your permission, I want to take you on a history trip right now. We're going to go back 20 years ago, and I touched on that with just where my journey started. And let's talk about social media. How about Facebook? Facebook has 2.99 billion, that's a B, users, active users today, and it was created in 2004. It originated in the college dorms, and it was the platform so that the college students would be able to communicate with each other back in the day. So, and if you haven't been in business that long and you didn't know that, you know that now. Now, I want to touch on write down right now what age bracket you think your business is serving. Like, and also write down right now who your best customer is. Write their name down. Write down how old they are. Write down what kind of car they drive. Uh, and and if you know them really well, write down a couple other personal things, not too personal, but maybe they've shared, they're a cat lover, dog lover. These things are good to know, right? So for Facebook, you want to keep in mind that Facebook is good for community building right here. So if you want to build a community, that's probably going to be the go-to place to do that. All right. So you got that down. The age bracket 25 to 44 is who visits there with an aging population of 45 to 64, and that's because it's been around. It's been around a long time. Next, YouTube. I have a awesome story about YouTube. If you're not using YouTube, you are definitely costing your business money as we speak. If you do not have your YouTube channel set up, maybe you haven't given it any thought, or maybe you're like, yeah, I should, I just haven't, and you need help with that, I'd be more than happy on another call to be able to help you get that set up. And in a later up the road, I'm going to be doing a YouTube workshop. So be sure to just message me if you want to be in the know about that. So with YouTube, there's 2.6 billion users. Now, I was working with one of my coaching clients a year ago, and she has a beautiful day spa, and we worked together and I helped her craft a very uh, all-inclusive package that would give her somebody, either existing clients or a new client, access to her for a year. And we priced it out on the higher end. And when I mean higher end, we priced it out so that it was a four-figure package. Okay. And so then I brought her through the part of the workshop of like how to make the right social media graphic. And then she put together the educational portion of it, and she designed the whole YouTube video according to like some guidelines that I shared with her. And do you want to know? You want to know how much money she wound up making? I'm still like, whoa! Like she made over $20,000 because she took the time to put together her services a bit differently. She bundled some services together. So if you haven't thought about services that you have right now that could be bundled together, that's a hot free tip I'm giving to you right now. Think about that, write that down, bundle some services together. So then she strategically made a very nice very educational video. It didn't even have, and this is important to emphasis, it didn't even have like an offer tied to it. So it wasn't salesy, but she did include the piece in her email promotions and on her social media. So it piqued enough curiosity that she had enough people get in front of her or call the spa or message or text or what have you, that it wound up generating over $20,000 in revenue. So, okay. So again, and the other thing that I can tell you about using YouTube is that the amount of traffic you can drive to your own website is worth its weight in gold. So, as it says, the tip for how you can use it is that you can use it for video content marketing. And YouTube videos, they will rank, and they can rank fairly quickly too. So the age demographic is 15 to 35, and then also there's 45 and up is increasing because again this was built in 2005, right? So WhatsApp. Are you using WhatsApp? WhatsApp is fantastic. I'll give you a side note, travel tip. If you need to stay connected with your friends and family when you're traveling abroad, just FYI. Okay. So then this was created in 2009. The popular age bracket is 25 to 44, and 45 and up is increasing because, again, this has been around for a while. This is great for direct communication, and WhatsApp is widely used with older demographics, and as we've touched on, for personal communication. Why it's important to know this is that you need to start thinking about not how you communicate, like, but how your potential audience might communicate, and how are you going to be able to communicate them with them seamlessly to make it easier for them. And then in turn, you'll wind up making more money. Moving on, Instagram has 2.35 billion users. And if you didn't know, it is owned by Facebook. So it has an age population of 18 to 34-year-olds, and the growing older, I said older. I can say it. I'm older. Has a growing age bracket, age demographic of 45 to 54-year-olds and up. And then that audience is growing, and this is great for visual storytelling. And it's also being adopted, like right here, it says older users, okay, that want to follow brands and lifestyle. So right now on your paper, I want you to write down the words brand and lifestyle. Again, brand and lifestyle. And I'm going to pause for a moment. I'm going to ask you a question. If your brand was a car, again, if your brand was a car, what kind of car would it be? Write that down. And then after, pop in the chat what kind of car you think you are. Right? Okay. All right. So then there's TikTok. TikTok was only made in 2016, but yet has 1.3, 1.35 billion users. So it's got a lot of users in a short amount of time. The age bracket is 16 to 24, and the more mature age bracket of 44 and up is growing increasingly. It's used for viral trends. It's used for entertainment, and it is just, you can really do a lot of short form content, and it's really engaging. The other hot tip that I can give you too, as far as like how I use it, say for my salon, I'll make quick short videos of like how hair extensions are installed or a before and after. And then what's really nice is that you can take the videos and then you can embed them on your website so you can repurpose it, right? And then X, formerly known as Twitter. It's going to be a while until I refer to it as X. I don't know about you, but it is now called X. It was created in 2009 as well, and the age bracket that it primarily serves are 25 to 34-year-olds, and it is often used by millennials that are or professionals or professional millennials and news enthusiasts. So this is when you want to have viral exposure for something like quick that you want to say. And so that is it about Twitter. All right. So then next we have LinkedIn. Every business, in my professional opinion, should have LinkedIn. Because if you're in business, you are a business. Well, you just never know what other type of businesses, so this would be more B2B, might be looking for what you have to offer. They have 950 million users. It was created back in 2003. So actually, it's actually 1 year older than Facebook. The age brackets are 25 to 34 and then 45 to 54. And this is excellent for professional networking. And in one use case, I can tell you, or experience, I should say, my business was just somebody reached out to me. It was an international business looking for supposed experts. So, and it wound up being a real thing. So you just don't know who's watching. So if you don't have your LinkedIn profile set up, write that down as far as something things to do on your to-do list. Okay. And then there's Pinterest. What's really cool about Pinterest, if you didn't know, is that you can post a photo and then in the section where it says description, you can fill out the description. But I highly, highly, highly recommend that you put a link back to either your website or your offer, wherever it is that you want to drive traffic. Any one of the social media platforms that allow you to place a link, be sure that you take advantage of that because you can create your own web traffic. So this is why I'm going over all of this first before we get into the how do you make social media content in less than an hour. So this is the primary audience on LinkedIn you're going to find is female. They also, with that audience being 25 to 34, they like to shop. They might be planning weddings. You can create a Pinterest board for inspiration. And as you can see, it says it's used for home decor. So maybe there's new home buyers, do-it-yourself projects, and of course, maybe they're trying to get ready for maybe their wedding, so they need hair ideas. Maybe they're looking for a photographer. So there's plenty of uses for Pinterest. All right. Now, this slide says, do you ever feel this way? What I'd like you to do right now is write down your feelings about social media. I can't see what you're writing down. So you can write down whatever you want to. I love it. I can't get enough of it. I hate it. It sucks. It's a time suck. Whatever. I don't know what to post. I'm not any good at it. Nobody responds. So you get that you get the idea. So maybe, does this sound familiar to you right now? Do you struggle with knowing that you have to post, but you find yourself stressing out about it, right? Or are you posting, but you just don't feel like you're getting any results? Or, oh, do you feel overwhelmed because then, you know what, you're posting, but now people are actually talking to you, and that's just like now you got to take the time to respond to them, and you just feel like you have other things to do. Have you ever felt any of this before? If you say no, not at all, well, kudos. But I'm sure that you've probably felt one of the emotions that I mentioned, right? Okay. So now, which brings me to let's create some content. All right. All right. So, what we're going to need for this portion of the workshop, or after you watch this, you're going to need a chat GPT account. That's going to be the AI. You're going to need Canva. And of course, I will introduce you to my How to Marketing Pro. So, what we're going to cover next is how to automate your content creation, and then ultimately how to automate your follow up. So, this right here is also a diagram of what happens. There's actually a conversation from somebody that chimed in from Instagram, because and if this was bigger, it says that they're interested and they want to know what the price is, and then here is an automated response. So I'm going to bring all this together, so let's get started. All right, so let's make this content in less than an hour. It's actually not going to take very long at all now that we're at this portion of the workshop. So, the first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go to chatgpt.com if you don't have an account and sign up. You can sign up for free, and I would highly recommend that you get the paid version. It's only $20 a month, and I don't get commission. You're going to find that the more you use it, the more you're going to want to use it. So, what is ChatGPT? Well, this is going to be the AI that's going to wind up writing the post for you in today's demo. Okay, so you can see that over here, I've been playing with this salon content ideas, and I've actually been using this for several months. Actually, I think since last year. All right, so today we're gonna give the robot instructions, and some tips I can tell you about ChatGPT is go ahead and tell it what type of post that you want, even the mood. Do you want them to be funny? Do you want them to be engaging? Do you want them to be serious? Do you want them to be motivational? You can literally tell it to create those type of posts, and it will do its best to match your instructions. So the better you are at giving instructions, the better results that you're going to get out of the AI. So I'm going to say, please make me 30 social media posts for my salon uh, and make them be about hair extensions. Be sure to add in some funny posts, educational posts, and motivational posts. And then lastly, put them into a CSV file once you are done. All right. So I'm telling the AI to make the post funny, educational, and motivational. Okay. And then the last thing that we're going to need is we're going to need to have these posts exported into the proper file, so that way we can then put them into Canva, because Canva is the next place we'll be stopping off at. All right. Now watch this. So it is now spitting out and computing at the speed of light, depending on how fast your Wi-Fi is. Okay. Um, okay. Now proceed creating the rest of the posts and put them in. Okay. So right now, while it's thinking, it's a bad hair day, more like a bad hair week. No worries. Extensions to the rescue. So it'll mix it up, and as it's thinking, while it's doing that, I'll hop over into Canva just to get some of those instructions set up for you. Okay. So then once we're over here, you'll need to have a Canva account, and then we're going to go home to the home place here. So, and then you'll hit say Instagram, and that creates a nice square template. All right, now let's go back over here. All right, and let's see, download. Okay, it says that it's created 30 social media posts. All right, we'll just assume that they're done. You'll get the point of this once I show you how to um, upload that. Okay, so now you're going to save it to a place that you remember on your computer. We'll hit save. And then next, we're going to go back over to, pardon me, we're going to go back over here. And then you're going to want to go to apps. And then you're going to want to punch in. Actually, what we can do is we'll add that, add a text box first. And the other thing you want to do is just make sure that the text is big enough. All right, so make sure that you can read it. Now we're going to go over to apps, and then we'll go over to bulk create. Right. Oh, actually, you can hit the button right here. I forgot they moved it. Okay. So now what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to add your data. So now we're going to upload, and now we're going to go to the 30 days of content right here. Okay, we're going to open. All right. And then you have sized this, and then you're going to hit connect data. Are you ready? Drum roll. All right. Then you're going to click post content. All right. So now that has connected the file, and now you're going to hit continue. All right. Now you can see that it's pulled in all of the memes or the sayings, the post that the robot made. And now we're going to hit generate. Ta-da! Okay, so let's see. Did it do it? Yep, it did it. Okay. Now, so it's made them. I just did the really, really basic version of how to do this. And then, of course, what you'll just need to do is just go in there and you can make any changes that you might need. And then the other quick thing I want to show you too, when you're using Canva, I'll get myself out of the way, is say you want to change the background. And I'm going to change it, say, to blue. Look, right down here it says change all. So then what happens is, if you want to change all of them, boom, you just change the background on all 30 of those. Okay, and the same thing goes for, say, the text. Say now I decided I want to change that to white. And then it'll change it all the way across your project. So boom, how's that? All right. So again, what you're going to do as a recap, you'll go in here, you'll tell the robot what to do, and you can tell the robot how many to make for you. You want to be specific and ask it to put it in the CSV file. And then you will go over here to make the template right here. Right. And then you can make a text box. Actually, you can just do a heading right here. You can actually drag this. I'm just going to demo it for you one more time. Right. And just drag that down. Whoops. No. Make it bigger. That's what I was trying to do. Make it bigger. All right. So you can make it big enough. Move that here. And then, okay, so you have that. And then you can go over go over here to bulk create. and then you'll upload the data. You'll grab the file, you'll open it up, see, there, and then you want to hit connect data. And connect data, click there, hit continue, and then generate your designs. And then you can just go in and make those additional tweaks and like add your logo and such. But there you have it. You've got like 30 days worth of content made in a matter of about 9 minutes. All right, so let's keep going. All right, so now I'm really excited to share with you my How to Marketing Pro platform to round this workshop and round it off in full circle. So now that you now know how you can create your your contacts, you'll need a place to put your contacts, your content faster and more seamlessly in a shorter amount of time. You're going to need a place to be able to communicate with your clients. So I have a special offer for you that I'm going to first show you some of the solution and as far as what's behind the scenes so that you have a better idea of if how this will best help your business. So let's pretend now that, your social media page is blowing up and now you have all these conversations going, and think about the potential of like what that means for your business, and you still want to be able to control your time. So, well, then now you've made your content. Now you're going to need a social media planner to be able to connect all of your amazing content. So I want to introduce you to my How to Marketing Pro platform. And just even under just the one tab underneath marketing, there's a lot under the hood as far as what I have to offer you. So as you can see, you'll be able to connect all that social media. And from the beginning of the workshop, you can see that I covered the different brands of social media that's out there so that it'll seamlessly integrate with your own account. And then on the topic of automating things, you want to be able to automate your conversations and keep them going. So then we're going to go over here, and I'm just going to pick one, say, when it comes to responding to Instagram. So once you have your automations set up, and with me, you're going to get with me or my team, you'll get an onboarding call to make sure that everything is seamless. Then what happens is that we can then set up your different kind of comments so that they are randomized so that you just don't appear like you're using AI. And then what's nice is that um, you can send messages depending on what particular plan that you are on. So that would be what I just showed you would be the social media 101 solution. And then taking it a step further, and then also too, when it comes to, okay, now you have all these conversations and everything going, what you'll wind up having is you'll have a nice centralized place where this is a CRM. And actually what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to I'll add a contact in here. All right, so we'll do say test, right? And then I'll put in my last name, and I'll put in my email address because that's out there. To how to marketingpro.com. And then okay, and then I will put in work, and I'll put in my telephone number just because I want to be able to show you what it looks like. So 2076. Okay, that is a valid number. Okay. Oop. All right, hold on. I'll put in my hey, at least hey, all okay, 413 300 2076. There you go. Uh, and then put in there. Okay, save. All right. So now we have me, and I'll actually put my name in here so you can see Anne Marie. All right. Save. Okay, so now we have a contact in, say, your dashboard, and then now what's nice is that we have the conversation from social media that would come into here, and then I can you would be able to take notes and have everything in a streamlined process. And then the best thing is that my system also comes with a built-in phone system when when the that telephone number tied to the account is turned on. So, all right. So then that is what that looks like on the inside. So let's keep going. We're All right, so here we are. I have two offers for you. So I'm going to walk through what they are, and you can either choose the one on the left or the one on the right, or if you have even more questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can take advantage of these today, and I would strongly recommend that you do give this some thought and make a decision soon because these are my promo rates. My rates will be going up. So the first offer is what's called Let's Get Social Basics 101. So what this includes will be all the knowledge that I just shared with you as far as the how to make your social media faster with with using ChatGPT. You know how to use Canva now. I gave you some styling tips, how to pull all that together, how to make 30 days of content in less than an hour. And I'm sure you're going to get even faster at it once you implement what it is that I showed you. And so with that, you're going to need a place to be able to upload the stuff to be able to then push your content out in a seamless way. And that would be my How to Marketing Pro Social Media Planner. And then the most important aspect of this, I would say, would be the integrated automated follow up, because then when your conversations come in, you're going to need one centralized hub, which would be the CRM, where you just watch me make myself a test client before you, and then that's one centralized place. And the other thing that I want to apologize already, I forgot to mention to you, it does come with a mobile app, so that way when the conversations are coming in from you using this, you'll be able to respond back from your phone. So this, you can get all of this right here just to get started for $149 a month. And it's an intro, let's get to know each other kind of package. And then the next step up for only $50 more would be let's get social and then never miss a call again. Because as I had mentioned to you in the back, when the telephone number portion of the CRM is turned on, and just FYI, it's not meant to replace your existing phone number. However, what it will do is it will be able to respond back to missed phone calls when you push out your social media. Somebody calls your number, and then that can be forwarded to the internal marketing tracking number, so to speak. So then what happens is that we can set up the two-way texting. You'll be able to text from the mobile app. You won't have to use your personal phone, and then everything will filter into that CRM. And then there's also a chat widget that can go on your website, so that if somebody visits your website, they can pop in and they can ask a question that goes into your CRM. And then let's talk about the reputation management. And I'm going to be hosting a reputation management workshop that's going to go more into that in detail. But in this monthly package for only $50 more, the reputation management is included in this. So I want you to think now, as far as like, do you feel as though you know more about how to use AI to create your content than you did when we first started the workshop? Do you have a better feel on how to be able to make your brand either be more funny, more educational, or whatever that is that makes you more unique? And because when you're able to package all that together and you push it out, I want you to think of your social media like the tide. The tide goes out and then it comes back in. And I just want you to be able to automate that and make that easier. I do offer coaching, and I absolutely love helping people, and that's why my brand is called How to Marketing Pro. And then there you go. My slide goes to, let's automate the follow-up. Let's automate your stuff. Let's make things easier in your life. All right, so that's going to be just about it for today. And before we jump off, I just want to recap. Let's keep it engaging. Let's keep it funny and educational. Integrate that technology, because if you don't, and I'm going to yell at you right now, if you don't use AI, you don't use technology, and maybe I'll go as far as, and you don't use a platform, say like mine, with somebody behind me, because you can see I've been using technology since before Facebook, then your competitor that does know how to use all of that is going to be the one that winds up with your customer. And I don't want to see that for you. Okay. But definitely integrate technology. And lastly, and the most important thing is be unique. Be yourself online. You'll attract who's meant to be in your life. And as my slogan goes, strategize, implement, automate to dominate. All right. Well, and I will leave you with that. And I want to say thank you very, very much for hanging out with me. Please sign up for my next webinar. I want to be able to help educate those of you even more about embracing technology, because it's made a difference in my life. It's made a difference in both our families' businesses over the last couple years, couple decades. What am I saying? And what I meant to say, and it's definitely made a huge difference in my customers' lives, my coaching customers, my marketing customers' lives over the last couple years since I uh, have launched my brand, How to Marketing Pro. So stay safe, stay happy, get out there posting, and make a bunch of money. All right. So cheers. What do you think you're going to do with that? Right? All right. So now comes the time of my workshop that I'd like your permission. I am going to make you an offer. And it's so let's jump right over. And what I want to do, and the reason why, is I want to help you with your journey, to help you be able to stay on track with making your posts and giving you a resource and a tool that's going to help you automate your conversations and then pull everything together in one seamless all-in-one dashboard, so that you'll have just one place to keep all your contacts. So without further ado, uh, here we go. So you have two choices, and I want to go over this, and I'm going to also show you another screenshot of what this actually means. So first of all, with this particular introductory offer, you can have this offer or this offer. I call this Let's Get Social Basics 101. So now that we've covered like how to create your content, you're going to need somewhere and some tool to be able to use to schedule your content, as well as the most important thing is this right here, is to integrate your automated follow-up. What I'm able to do for your business is this. When you have an incoming message on your social media feed, let's pretend you posted like something that created such a stir on your Facebook, and people start having a conversation with you. I have the ability to be able to set up a message that will, right on your feed, automate the conversation, so that way you can not miss out because you can't be at two places at once when you own a business. It's not possible. But with AI, do I know it is possible that I can help almost clone yourself, but to help you grab that conversation so that you don't miss it, to then be able to help you nurture it, to then ultimately be able to help your business turn that into a customer, and then help automate the retention, and then help you grow your sales. Right? So with this over here, you'll get 1 hour follow-up onboarding. You'll get a social media planner. You also get an integrated automated follow-up automation. And I'll go over that with you in the next slide. And it also includes my CRM because you need one place to be able to keep organized so that, like, when you have all these inboxes, and if you do take the idea of trying to be everywhere, which is a really great idea. So, like, if you sprinkle a little bit of your business everywhere, you're not reliant on just one channel, then it can be all pulled into one centralized location. Okay. And my other one is Let's Get Social Basics 101 with an upgrade, which is called Never Miss a Call Again. Because maybe, just maybe, somebody sees your fantastic social media post, but instead of like responding over here, maybe they call you. Yes, I said call you. Now, what happens if you miss a call? You miss the opportunity, they might not call back. So I have AI and technology that can then wind up sending them an automated text message, which then pulls them into your new CRM, that one stationary place, so that you can have a two-way conversation with them, and you can keep all your hard work from you being diligent, from doing your social media more often after um, learning what you did in today's workshop. And so then that way you can drive more sales. As an added bonus, too, what you get is you get everything that's in here is in this package here. Plus, you get reputation management and you get a chat widget that can go on your website. And what the chat widget is a really quick point of contact where somebody can ask you a question. And then you'll also get the automated client follow-up. So you'll get a couple more automations in there. So that way you're not missing out. And again, it includes the CRM. So you have a choice with today's workshop of either choosing this for only $149 a month, or you get all of this for only $199 a month. And just to be clear, it's not this plus that. So yeah, it's either this or that. Okay. So then next, this is the what it looks like on the inside as far as what I can help you set up, because you'll be working with me on the onboarding call. So say somebody right here winds up leaving a comment on your Instagram. Well, then as the automation is built out, it can be personalized for your business. And then we can create a couple different random replies so that it just doesn't sound like a bot. Hey, I got your message. Hey, I got your message. My wrapping's free. But this can wind up engaging with your audience. And then more can be done when we keep hitting the plus button, as far as how robust this one automation can become. But for simplicity's sake, I just wanted to show you this screenshot to give you an idea of what automating the follow-up would look like. Again, so if you have any questions, just feel free to let me know. All right. So let's recap what we covered in today's workshop. The point of social media is to keep it engaging. You want to um, keep it entertaining. And the thing I can't stress enough is you want to keep it real. Your social media doesn't have to be perfect. And one thing too, that when it comes to doing video content, it's okay that it doesn't need to be perfect. Social media is not perfect. So sometimes I've worked with clients that are like, oh, it's got to be perfect. You're wasting time, and when you waste time, you're losing out on making money and connections. So keep it engaging, keep it educational, keep it funny, and then you have to integrate the technology. And then when it comes to your brand, be unique. The more that you can show who's behind the brand to make a human connection, the better off you'll be where we are today versus where we were 20 years ago. Because 20 years ago, how did people used to connect? They used to call, right? All right. So, and as I like to say, my motto is that I do with my clients and what my brand is about with the marketing is you need to strategize, implement, and then you need to automate, embrace this technology bit to dominate. And that just means that when you have all of this put together, you have a much better chance of dominating in your particular niche, tomato, however you want to say it, in your local area so that you can then just continually grow your business. So with that, I want to say and finish up. Thank you so much for your time. I do truly appreciate it. It does mean the world to me. And I also love it that you do follow me. If you want to know more, just reach out. If you are struggling with your marketing, obviously reach out. And until we meet again, and I know we will, stay safe, be happy, and have an awesome day. Thank you so much. Bye.